If not because of the Nigerian politicians who are sponsoring terrorism and banditry, tell me how possible this man will come out and begin to threaten the whole country together, telling them that he's not afraid of death, that he's not afraid of anybody, that they went to kill people, about 30 persons in the mosque last week, and people are talking that anything they do, social media will carry it, but they themselves are having casualties. They are not talking it. They are just warning everybody in the presence of DSS, in the presence of army. And you know the worst thing that happened? After the peace deal, him and his men still went on in the same state. They started killing people as well. But there is a contrary to this. This is what happened in another country, in the same country. In the same side, I told you yesterday about Nnamdi Kanu's issue. Now, I want you to listen to his lawyer. His lawyer said that his leg is swollen already, that he needed urgent medical attention. This is a man that no court has found guilty. He has been in detention for over 5 years now, and he has been on trial for over 10 years. And Nigerian state is refusing him medical attention. After 10 years of trying the same man, your court, 3 courts has freed him. 2 federal high courts, appeal courts, and they are still holding this man down. Whereas the terrorists are finding Nigeria as a safe haven. The terrorists are now warning Nigeria of the impending doom to come. Before we go into that, because we are going to look into this critically, let us listen to what the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu said.
Yes, my brother. We came to move application for the transfer of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to National Hospital for proper medication, because we discovered that the medical personnel at the DSSS are incompetent and they are not giving him proper medication and attention. So we applied, and because his condition is getting worse. He's lacking potassium in his body and they don't have any solution to it. His leg is being swollen up, because I went to see him today before coming to court. So, but incidentally, unfortunately, the prosecution, the federal government, through their lawyer, countered our motion by filing 37 paragraph affidavits opposing our application for him to be transferred to National Hospital for proper medication. So the judge said today is the last day of his sitting as a vacation court, because the vacation is going to end today. That is going to send a file, the motion to CJ, for the CJ to reassign it to the substantive court who has been handling the matter, Honorable Justice James Omotosho. So all our efforts to let the judge at least make that consequential order. In fact, most of the times you don't even need a motion, formal motion. You can do it so much, but the judge refused. And the question we are asking is that why should the federal government object the application seeking the leave of the court to an order of the court for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred to National Hospital for adequate medication? Do they want Nnamdi Kanu to die? Is it not a living that will face trial? So this particular issue is really giving us concern. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody that is facing trial, and somebody who is facing trial under Section 36 of the Constitution is presumed innocent under the law. So it's a very frustrating situation, and we continue to pray, we continue to believe that the necessary thing should be done. We are going to follow the file up and to ensure that the file is listened to the court who has been handling the matter, and see whether it can give us a date for that motion to be had before 10th. That is where we are, and that's the update I said let me just give you. So he said that I should greet you people, lovers of freedom and those who believe in justice. So I should greet you, and I also narrated your prayers and your greetings to him. Thanks, and God bless you.
Do you now understand why all this issue of tribal politics, terrorism will not end in Nigeria? Some people already have the mind that it is through this terrorism we are going to use to achieve everything we want. So let us keep supporting this terrorism. If government want to kill them, let us just initiate peace talk and so on and so forth. And that yesterday, there is this man called Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. Some people call him Minister of Terrorism. This man is still warning the federal government, don't violate the peace deal. Whereas his men has already started killing. Wait, if we are saying all these things, it seems like this is a movie. This is not a movie. This is happening real life. This is not a movie. Now, I summarize this video you're about to watch. If you understand their language, I want you to, write it on the comment section if there is anything that I miss, that I did not translate well. I summarize it that this man is warning Nigeria, about criticizing their people on social media without even talking the casualties that his people are having. After this video, let's talk.
Sa'an da kuke mana magana cewar 'yan ta'adda ne barayi ne ba barayin a cikin ku akwai su tari sannan ba a ɗauki ƙabilanci aka samu ku ba mu sai aka ɗauki ƙabilanci aka samu ko ba gaskiya ba to in ko ba a bar wannan hudodin ba na kashe-kashe da ƙabilancin da ake ɗora mana to babu ranar da wannan abun zai kai ƙarshe tsakani da Allah dole sai an koma an ɗauki hanya ta gaskiya an yi ma kowa adalci kai shugaba ka yi adalci kai kuma na ƙasa ka yi biyayya don babu yadda za a yi kai shugaba a yi ma biyayya ba kai ma na ƙasa da kai adalci ba bai yiwu kai kuma na ƙasa bai yiwu a yi ma adalci ba kai biyayya ba ko ba gaskiya ba sannan ina da wani misali ko kuma wata tambaya akan irin abin da mu in muka yi za a yada shi a duniya mu wanda aka yi mana ba za a yada shi a duniya ba ina ga kwana-kwanan nan duk mai hawa social media ya ga wata matsalar da ta faru a yankin malumfashi ne ana cewa an kai hari an kashe mutane a cikin masallaci to haka ne ba haka bane Allah kaɗai ya sani amma ni ma ina da tawa tambaya a nan makamancin wancan wanda aka yi a faskari kuma aka yi shi ina ga kowa san kadisau kuma a faskari take akwai wata ranar juma'a yan uwanmu filani a cikin masallaci aka kamo su kamar kaji ɗaya bayan ɗaya aka yanka su mutum 5 kuma an yi zana'idar su a kamfanin dauda ina ga kila ba mamaki akwai mutanen garin anan tun kahin su girbi abin da suka shuka kenan amma da aka je aka yi masu aka kama yadawa an yi kaza aka riye abin da su suka yi to kaga irin wa'annan abubuwan duk akwai su in muka yi ta zakulo su wala suna da yawa ko ba gaskiya ba an yi mana mun rama Allah ce kamatu dinu tudan yadda kai za a yi maka to haka da ka kashe man zan kashe ma ko ba gaskiya ba ran nan ɗaya ne in ka rasa shikenan in na rasa shikenan ranka bai hinau ba ran babanka bai hina babana ba.
Now write what I'm going to say down, okay? What is today's day? Today is Tuesday, being 16th of September, right? Write it down. We are seeing now holistic form of insecurity from across the country. Everywhere we are seeing them. But I want to tell you something. By this time next year, by November next year, before even November, Terrorist is going to, because they are not one group, they are going to overrun Nigeria. Just get ready for this. They are going to overrun Nigeria. This is not something you say that someone sees a vision. No. This is predictable. It is predictable because of their plans, their movement, their dominating influence above the Nigerian security forces. Government talks to terrorists before they talk to Amina. Government talks to terrorists before they talk to police. Babada Ahmed told you that governments are in payroll. Sorry, terrorists are in payroll. Terrorists are in the payroll of the government. Nigeria is not.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, so someone asked me a very, very important question that I wanted to answer publicly. He said to me, Joe, why don't you support one Nigeria? And I asked him, what is one Nigeria? And he said, one Nigeria is uniting everyone under one umbrella, one name, Nigeria, so that we can become one and love one another, so that all the divisions will disappear. Bottom line, unity. That's what he said. So I told him clearly that one Nigeria is not about unity. It's not about uniting Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, or any other tribe. No, it's not. One Nigeria is all about oppressing, suppressing, and keeping the Igbo people permanently caged, permanently incapacitated, permanently emasculated economically and otherwise. Put them in chains. Do not give them any breathing space, because if you do, they'll overrun everyone, overrun the entire place, and outpace the colonial forces who are behind the curtains, engineering all of these that you see. The whole idea of one Nigeria, let me say it again, is to keep the Igbos permanently incapacitated and enslaved. That is the truth, only the truth, and nothing but the truth. If you wanted to unite Nigeria, you don't have to make noise about it. The indices of unity are there. There are so many things that Nigeria could have done if they wanted to be united, if that's what we are pursuing in Nigeria, if that was the agenda. I'll give you a few examples so you don't think I am just speaking sentimentally, or I'm just being a typical Igbo man, playing the victim's card like you people always say. Explain to me why people in Yoruba land, children at school, are not being taught Yoruba language, Igbo language, and Hausa language at school. Explain to me why kids in Igbo land are not being taught all these three major languages, and kids in the north are not being taught all these three major languages, so that whenever they go to any part of the country that they don't originally come from, they can easily communicate with their fellow Nigerians. If an Igbo child gets up from Igbo land and gets into Yoruba land, if a Yoruba child gets up from Lagos or anywhere in Yoruba land and gets to the north, they will never have a single language barrier. They will speak to whoever is there and they will understand. If this was implemented when I was in primary school, even secondary school, by now our own children will be the next generation that is carrying on them this mandate of unity, a very critical aspect of that unity that you say they are looking for, which is not what they're looking for. If unity was the agenda, why is it that the military was structured in such a way that there is a massive lacuna between the military in Nigeria and the people of Nigeria, the civilians? The military functions in a way that when the people see the military coming, they see an enemy. When the military sees the people coming, they see a potential enemy. There is no connection, no love affair, nothing whatsoever, because they were structured to protect the interest of the colonials at the center, where these things are dictated from. The military's job is to answer to the federal government. Go to other countries in the world, you will see the relationship. Have you seen where the military is punishing a civilian in Nigeria? you can just tell that there is no relationship whatsoever. It was by design. If a military man is in trouble somewhere today, Nigerian people, for the most part, a greater percentage will allow that military to perish if they won't even make it easier for him to perish. Because there is an enmity that is created between the two. It was by design, because they are meant to protect the forced unity. So that if anybody wakes up and says, I am tired of this fake unity, I want to have my own freedom, the military will step in. If anybody challenges anything that has to do with the fake union, the military will step in. Rather than saying, no, the people have the right to say they don't want. We are the military, we will stand with the people. No, but the military will stand with the federal, which represents the colonial interest. And so, one Nigeria was meant to be protected by the military. And that's almost like their sole responsibility. That anybody who shall dare to come against this whole idea of one Nigeria, which is actually not about one Nigeria, that the military shall come to find out what your problem really is. As we have seen in the case of Nnamdi Kanu and any other person who had tried, boom, they are the first. They don't send the police. The military will come for you. Because one Nigeria is not about uniting the independent nations that existed in Igbo land, in the north, in the west, before Lugard forcefully amalgamated in 1914. One Nigeria is about keeping this rare breed of people in eastern Nigeria in shackles, because the moment you leave them, they will just take over everywhere. They have found out what is in the Igbo man. They have written about it in their colonial books and writings, and everybody knows that's what it is. That's why an Igbo man is not allowed to become the president of Nigeria. An Igbo man cannot have seaport in his region. Any seaport that is even in close proximity to the Igbos must be destroyed. That's why we had to dismember the geopolitics of the Igbo man, so that we can make it look like they are isolated and that they are landlocked. It's all about, if you want to be hated by the colonials, get close to the Igbos. If you want to be loved, you better punish the Igbo man. That's why everybody has mouth to talk to the Igbo man in Nigeria. It's all about the Igbos. 20 pounds given to them after the war, where they lost close to 6 million, and yet today, by several years ago, they said about 55% of the money in circulation in Nigeria is in the hands of the Igbo man, and they are still rising and taking over. It's about the Igbo man, not about real unity. The earlier we understood this, the better for all of us. But we are here to stay, and we will be free one way or another. God bless you.